rights for our people, up to and including when he sided with President William Ruto on Gen Z. Qualms, I'll be done in 4 minutes. So people say, how could he? I say Raila foresaw the possibility of a ruined nation and knew that all these rights we speak about, to education, to free water, to life, to all these things, essentially lose meaning when we do not have a nation within which we can practice these things we so desire. I hold it. I know, and I say it on TV. If there was a man who was ever so libeled in this country, against whom the worst things were said by media and other people, it was Raila Odinga. But maybe you will correct me. Not a single time did Raila Odinga take to court any journalist for saying things that were not true. I say this because while in university, I remember at the very first stages of meeting him, I took one of my fellow university student leaders, a lady from the mountain. I said, because she really believed Raila was this bad human being. She said, David, you know, in my community, we are actually taught that Raila is an ogre. So that if you are not eating your food as a child, you are told, and so they indoctrinated a whole region in hating a great man. But as Professor, one of the funny comedians in the Rift Valley would say when we lost Baba, he questioned, are you sure huyu mzee hatujakuwa tukimuibia kura? Raila, for the young people, was a protective father. I saw it firsthand. He cared for the young people. I joined his secretariat. Benson Musungu is here, will agree, at 26. I joined his secretariat at 26. We were leading the CORD campaign. My brother and boss, Oduoro Ngwen, was there. And even then, as I made mistakes as a young person, trying to find my forays in politics, he would lead with a firm but guiding hand. David, it's not done like this. Maybe you should think of it like this. But he was also a stickler for the rule of law. You see it in his pronouncements. When he spoke about the Mao, he did it knowing only too well it would be possible that it was going to be his supposed Waterloo. He was going to lose votes, but he stood on the principle of what is right. And recently, sadly, when we lost lives in Elgeyo Marakwet, I saw one of the writers say, this is the effect of us felling trees in Mao. Stood on the right side. He looked at the parliamentarians and told them, I believe that the CDF should be domiciled in county leadership and that members of parliament should be legislators, even when he knew that the song of the withdrawal of Constituency Development Fund wasn't too popular. He did it because it was too right to be ignored. And it is that rule of law that makes my sister Winnie question, where is the law in the replacement of a party leader for the party? And quotes the Constitution, the rule of law. But ladies and gentlemen, as I finish, I also never witnessed a man so magnanimous, with a heart so huge as that of Raila Odinga, who would be jailed by Moi, but would put aside his pain for the purpose of the nation, not self, just as Kiraito said. A man who would be insulted by Uhuru as Mogoroki, but would forfeit that as just political talk and form a friendship. A man that would see beyond betrayal. A man that would form friendship with President Ruto even when they were not bosom of friends, and when he believed his victory may have been stolen. I tell you a story one time, just to express the magnanimity of Raila Odinga. One time, We are in London. He had gone to speak at Oxford. He was being hosted by